Hey y'all.
We're back.
That's right. Welcome to Parallel Lives. If you are new here, it's your girl. Even if you're not, welcome to Parallel Lives. It's your girls, Dejita, Imani, here with another one. Uh, let's just address the elephant in the room. We changed our uploading schedule. We will now be uploading, what does it come up to? Twice a month? Every other week? So twice a month? Yeah.
So, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, so while you guys are used to, weekly, we've pulled back a little bit. Y'all will get every other week new episodes now. On Friday still, give or take, for the most part. But yeah, we're here,
Sweet.
dog. We're here, shit. Better late than never. That's what I always say.
I'll let you miss us a little bit, you know?
Oh, yeah, build up some anticipation. This is foreplay, baby. Hmm. Let us know, Deja. What's up? How you been? How was your 2 weeks?
Damn, how was my two
How'd you
weeks?
feel?
Busy, I guess. I don't know why. I feel like life has picked up and it's asking for me to hop on, and I'm like, not happening.
Okay.
I just woke up from the nicest nap ever.
Mm.
Um, and I'm ready to go back to bed.
Mm.
And that's kind of how I feel with this whole 2 weeks. Um, to the point that I think a lot's been happening that I've been forgetting where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to be teaching. And I've been getting messages like, "Hi, where are you? Hi, what's this?" And I'm like, "Oh, if it's not in my calendar, I will not be there." So I'm not sure who missed the bag. I'm not gonna say me, maybe you, but something's missing. Um, but did anything happen in the last 2 weeks? Oh, Sunday was Easter. That's right, a holiday.
Yeah,
Um.
I don't celebrate it, so it's just another Sunday to me.
Yeah, it was 420. So that's what I kind of was joking around saying to everybody. I'm like, oh, it's
Mhm.
420,
Mhm. Mhm.
So I think everybody thought I was just going to get high out of my mind, but I do that every day. So it was just another holiday for me. I was supposed to work, but it wasn't busy. So I ended up going to see my fam bam. That didn't really feel as festive, granted, given circumstances.
Yeah.
And then I went to see Johnny's mom with him, which was nice, kind of just chit-chatting with his sister.
Mhm.
And it's Marathon or Patriots Week, as they call it here in Massachusetts. It's just
Mhm.
Marathon Monday. Remember
Mhm.
Marathon Monday? Where Boston
Barely.
gets, girl, for those that don't
Where
know, Boston
everything
gets
shuts
crazy
down.
yes, where everything shuts down. The whole downtown Copley area is unable to access besides walking and running. And then it affects everything else. So
Mhm. Mhm.
there's that, but it seemed like a good one. I don't know. I feel like social media was definitely filled with a lot of more athletic people or people wanting to be super healthy and embracing that. And I think
Period.
Patriots Week or Marathon Monday had a community feel to it. I don't know. All my social media was
Yeah.
just filled with Marathon Monday stuff or people posting look at Boston, go Boston, look who's running. A bunch of people just seemed to want to run a race. And it made me think, will I ever run a marathon? I don't think so. That does
I
not
want
seem
to. I want to.
really.
Yeah, at some point in my life, it'll be maybe I'm like when I'm 35, 40, in that range. But not anytime soon. I've also always wanted to this is crazy and random as fuck, but I want to climb Mount Everest at some point.
Oh,
Maybe, because
okay.
motherfuckers die doing that, so maybe.
I think
Um,
you literally have to pay, sign something over to say,
Mhm.
hi, yeah, I'm okay. Yeah.
To be like, yeah, if I fuck around and die, y'all are not liable. Like, you need a guide up and down, and it takes a lot of training and shit like that. But yeah, but those crazy things are for later in life, like
I don't
40,
know.
45, around there.
Yeah, if I'm going through my second Saturn return and I'm having a midlife crisis again, yeah, maybe I'll do something like that. But I think I can do a 5K. I think I'd run a 5K. I
Yeah.
don't know about a whole 26.2 miles, like the Boston Marathon.
Bro, you never know. You never know. You fuck around, do the 5K, find you love it, and then next thing you know, you're running marathons every year. You never know.
You, you're right. You're right.
You
But
know?
that's kind of what was going on. What's been in my forefront mind because I'm looking at my calendar. I'm like, what else was happening? I think that's it. I don't think I did or done, seen anything wild. No.
Mm, I feel like that. and be like that. I think the most notable thing I like wrote down was that we're starting our 75 hard.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes,
Oh,
yo, guys, bro.
I
No
used to think
one
I
is
drank
drinking
enough
this much
water.
water. No one is doing this. This is crazy. This is fucking great. I'm still making my way through my second one. And I need to be done with this in an hour. I need to be done with this shit in an hour because that I need to be working on my third and final liter. There's 3 liters in a gallon. That's how I broke it up. This has 1.18 liters that fit in here. And so I'll be just over a gallon by the time I finish my third one. But bro, I could throw up. I could throw up. I've been full since the moment I fucking woke up because of this water shit. I
What?
can't, dude.
No.
At the point,
This is
I'm at the point where my body feels like it's like, do you know what you're doing? And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, girl, I'm not even
I'm
peeing as much as I should
overhydrated.
at this point. That's what I'm saying. And someone on my TikTok was like, oh, it'll help if you like put some Himalayan salt in it or whatever. I don't have Himalayan salt, but I might have to fuck around and get some so I could do that. Whatever will help at this point, I want it. I'm just hoping that by like day 5 to 7, it feels like light, you know? By then I'm like, nothing.
I can think that I feel like I have to go pee every like 15 minutes. Like my stomach's like, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go pee again. And I'm like, damn. And then I'm like, wait, like, is this healthy? Do people really have to drink a gallon of water? Like, what?
I think the whole gallon of water thing is because most people are probably like dehydrated in their day-to-day life, so it's like let's pump you with a whole bunch of fucking water. And then like they are requesting 2 45-minute workouts, which is probably more working out than most people do. So I think it's their way of making sure someone doesn't fucking die. So they're like here's all this. But my thing is like you said something about you feel like you're drowning. You actually can drown off of drinking too much water. That is a real thing. I know like you have to have a certain amount, and I know but I have like medical anxieties. Like I don't know. I'm fucking freaking out. But I'm trying not to freak out, and I'm like, you know what?
Out and trying to be healthy and really hold myself accountable, okay, people?
Yo,
And
bro.
now I'm like, am I overdoing it? Am I doing too much?
I'm just hoping it's because it's day one. Because my thing is, like, I grew up with a mother who drinks gallons of water for fun and for free. Like, that was her growing up. Like, she could never not have enough water. And she was fine. Like, she survived. So I'm like, you know what? I don't know. That's honestly been the hardest part of this entire like working out is fine. Like that's chill. It's giving light. On a regular day, I'll go to the gym and I'll do a 3 mile walk. Like that whole 2:45 thing, I'm not worried about that. Reading 10 pages, girl, I read every day. Like I'm on a reading kick currently. It couldn't have came at a better time. You know,
Yeah.
shit like that. Take progress pictures, that's light. Like the water is really the only thing that's killing me. Oh, and like the little diet piece isn't too crazy because what I chose for my quote diet is to not eat past 7 p.m. because I am struggling with that. Oh my God, the need to munch on something before I go to sleep is crazy these days, especially something sweet recently. So that and not having dairy, which that's hard for me. That's hard for me. I'm hoping my skin ends up loving it because I'm breaking out, and I think it's
That's the real
because
test.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the results I'm waiting for. Is this water gonna help me? Is having no sweets, no sugar, no cheese, whatever gonna help me? Like, I want to see how I look after 75 days.
So
So that my skin clears up, fine, fine, fine. I'll live like this. I'll live like this. I'll live like this.
if my skin clears up, I'm like, damn, that was nice. All right, well, back to ice cream I go. Your phone said bye. I'm
Yeah, no,
done.
girl. You know damn well you lying to yourself. Fucking
I
love me a
love
good ice
ice
cream.
and I love
Yeah.
chocolate. I can't. My thing is like there is chocolate without like you can have like 100% cacao, 75% cacao, and it won't say like milk and you know the ingredients or whatever, and that's great. But like you're not getting that for the same price point that you're getting a Hershey's or Twix. You know what I mean? You get your little
Yeah.
Twix at checkout for 115, 125, 150. Those chocolates, the ones that don't have milk in it, them bitches
Like
be
$20.
$4. Right. They be like $4 on a good day. Like $4 with a sale. Like, so I don't know. Yeah.
No.
And no one's telling me. I'm sorry, and I get it. Like, I used to try to delude myself too when I was a vegan, but vegan ice cream is not the same as regular ice cream. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I used to tell myself all types of lies, but it's not true. It's not true.
No.
It's not good.
It's like now I have no actual reason to be eating non-dairy, so I'm like, I'm not doing it at all. Like I'm telling you, I'm about to go back to whipping up a frozen banana with like almond milk, oat milk. I don't even think you need to add milk. Frozen banana and some sort of fruit. And there goes my sorbet.
Like, when I want a smoothie, that's cute. That's when I want, I want my little fruit, whatever. But when I want an ice cream, bro, I want an ice cream, bro. I want an ice cream, bro. And the one that's been doing this big one too is Give Me S'mores. The Ben and Jerry one is Give Me S'mores.
So really? I think I had that when it first came out, and I was like, I'm not sure. Y'all hit it with this one.
Love that one. I love that one. It is so freaking good. I love it more than the one with the little core, like the little fudge core.
Yes.
That one used to
Really?
be my favorite, yeah. But now I love the Give Me S'mores more.
Well, milk and cookies, motherfucker, and a half bake. That's like milk cookies, half bake, and then the last one. Eh, I go between the Netflix and chill one
I
or
haven't had
like
that
the
one.
American. I love that one because it's like peanut butter, pretzel, like everything. I love. Yes.
I haven't had that one. I haven't had most of them. I Were you about to say the Maricone?
Is it not the Americorn? The is it American? It's the famous guy who does a fucking show, and it's his
Jimmy, whatever
the
the
Jimmy
fuck.
Fallon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
guy.
yeah. I've tried that one. It was not that bad. It was not that bad, but
It
I
was
was
all
just like,
right.
I don't like peanut butter like that though, and it has peanut butter in it. That's my problem. Like, I was like, if it didn't have peanut butter, we could have made something shake with this. For me, it's Give Me S'mores. Then, then this is hard. I don't know, rough, but Give Me S'mores at the top, and then maybe for second and third, they're battling each other depending on the day. Is the butter pecan and the one with the fudge core in the middle, where it's like the half and half fudge
Mm-hmm.
core, got brownie bits in that bitch. Ooh, very good. It used to be my favorite one. I think I probably just overate it, and so I'm just, I needed a different flavor to put at the top.
I think that was me a month ago because I bought a pint and I didn't even. I took a spoonful and I was like, ugh, this don't
Yeah,
taste right.
it
I was like, did
happened.
they change their foot? I was like, and I went back to the fucking Van Levine or whatever that brand is called that I'm like obsessed with now. That's over in the Chestnut Hill, and now they sell the pints and like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
things on the stick and the supermarkets. So I bought like two, and I'm
I
happy I finished one before this challenge, and now I just have a vanilla ice cream pint staring at me every time I open the freezer.
You're better
So
than
someone
me.
got to eat it.
You're better than me because I definitely made sure to ate all the shit that would have tempt me before today. I said we gotta be strong. We gotta be strong. Cause oh my god, I can't. No, we couldn't bring it in. We couldn't bring anything that would tempt me with dairy in the house because I not good at fighting off temptations. Like having the ice cream in the fridge, it would have got the best of me.
No, I'm just like, I tell myself, I'm like, that's for Johnny. Like, whenever he comes over, he don't eat sweets at all, let alone ice cream. But I'm like, that's for him. It's plain, like vanilla ice cream. He can do that. I
Just
know damn
over
well
it.
he's not.
Just over it. Or just bring it to someone's house and leave that shit in the freezer. Just bring it and be like,
No.
do
So
your
that's
big
what I
one
did
with
with the
that.
cookie yesterday. I was like, she was like, take the cookie. I was like, I don't need this fucking cookie. So this morning I brought it to the girl at my work because like we get cookies per shift. And like if there's some left over, like you can just take it all home. So like there was one left over. It was a
Mm-mm.
sugar cookie. The girl didn't want it. And I'm like, I really don't need to have it. I got no business taking this cookie. I
No.
gave it to the girl at 6 a.m. this morning for the yoga class. I was like, I'm gonna take the cookie.
Yo, I'm so grateful that I worked my tempting job in high school. Tempting job in question was JP Licks. Bro, every shift I had ice cream. Every fucking shift, bro. I felt myself getting thicker as I was there. Bro, every shift. I couldn't do that. At my big age where things are slow to digest and everything fucks up my tummy, I can't do that. I really can't. Cause I would take it home. I would always take it home, and that's the problem. I
I
remember.
take it and I give it away at this point because I cannot. I know. I tell myself, oh, my stomach's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna do this to myself. I love myself more than a fucking cookie. That's what I tell myself.
Yo, I remember the highest weight that I've ever been. Was because my former partner, Niles, would bring baguettes of sourdough home from Tate. Bro, in one day. Deja. Me, the baguette, and the tub of butter. Bro, it was crazy work. Yeah, I can't work at places like that. It would be bad for my back, for sure. Yeah, it would not be good for my health in any way, shape, or form. Mm. But yeah,
No.
that's what we're doing. Yo, and while I'm on it, y'all Pilates girlies, I'm so I did yoga and I did Pilates. I'm tired of y'all. Nicole, why are you smiling right now? Ain't shit funny, ain't shit cute. You're fucking me up. And I'm upset about it. Because what even are these moves? Like, we'll do the most outlandish shit and it hurts in the worst ways. And Nicole's in that bitch like, don't piss me off, bro. Yo,
Oh my God,
I'm
yes, I
sitting there
resonate because
trembling in that bitch. She's like, okay, and then another plank, and then you're thinking we're about to go in the child pose, and no, and now we're gonna post it out, post it a bitch, fuck you.
yep, yep,
I
yeah. I've been doing
I
that to my
couldn't,
girlies.
I
They be side eyeing me. They're
couldn't.
like, "Really? Really? You about to have us do that? What the fuck? How'd you come up with this?" That I get those eyes all the time.
I'd be tight, bro. I could never go to a real Pilates class or a bar class or anything like that in real time. No, because I'm about to give you the most evil eye, bro. If my eyes could kill you, they would. Because what are you doing? And then
I'm
also,
like,
I
"Well, you're
don't think,
together."
yeah, or like this is one girl that I'll do it. She's like, you could do anything for 5 minutes or something like that. I'm like, excuse me, excuse me, bro. And I found myself on Pilates TikTok the other day, and this woman, she was mean. Like the instructor was mean, bro. She was like, "Remember, you paid for this, fuzzy bar." And she's like calling people out. I see you, fuzzy bar. I'm like, meanwhile, Shorty's jacked. I'm like, listen, no, okay, Rebecca. Not everyone looks like you or are built like you. Please, don't piss me off. I couldn't. I couldn't. I'd be tight. I'd be tight. And I would just walk out. First of all, you're not gonna talk to me disrespectful while I'm already hurting. I'm leaving. I don't know.
I've heard instructors that are like that, and I'm just like, but y'all gotta understand, like, people really be going through it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
nice. I'm kind of like, you need a water break, you need to stretch, like, shake it off. Like, we'll take a breather. I'm like, because I've been doing it with y'all, and I'm like, I'm actually quite literally dying myself too. So it's okay.
That's what I'm saying. And my thing is like, even if you're like super fit, anytime you go into like a different discipline, you're starting at ground zero. So like
Yes.
in the gym, listen, I'm doing my big one. If I try to do calisthenics today, I would be at ground zero. It doesn't matter how strong you are in one discipline. As soon as it's not interdisciplinary, like
No.
you have to like master each one individually. Yeah, I don't know. That's my rant on this fucking 75-day heart. It's only day one. It's only day one.
Catch us at the end of it, y'all. See how we're feeling and looking. As of right now, it's
Exactly.
the start of it. So we're starting at ground zero.
Yeah, we
Yes.
are. We are. Another notable thing that happened that like I wanted to share because it's like, yo, trust the universe. Trust that the universe got you. Trust the universe got you. I keep coming back to this. Trust that the universe got you. So right, one of the days we're outdoor dashing, and I can't remember if this was while we were still door dashing or we had just finished. I think we finished. I think we went back to CVS so I can get some makeup stuff. And we're in CVS and there's mad people for whatever reason. It's like 8:39 p.m. Hella people. Excuse me. The parking lot's packed. So like we had to loop around to find a park. It was crazy. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Anyways, we're in there. I'm already grumpy. I'm not in the best mood. We just finished door dashing. It's late. I'm tired. It's late for me. I'm tired. And we're grabbing the stuff that we need, whatever. We're in the line. And there's a whole line behind us. This one woman's trying to talk to people. And I felt bad, but I didn't really feel like talking, so I'm just kind of ignoring her. And whatever, we're getting checked out. And then Taylor kind of nudged me and was like, trying to get my attention to look at something. I look, and there's a $10 bill on the ground. And it's in between the two self checkouts where the woman who was trying to talk was, and then this other man was. And Taylor's like, kind of like, pick it up, whatever. And so I pick it up, but they're right there, and there's a whole line behind me, and I just feel like I'm being watched. And so I was like, is this yours? Like to the woman. And she was like, no, I think it was the man in front of me. But that was processing as I was also asking the man if it was his next to her. And they both said no. If I was with my aunt, if I was with Kimbo or my mother or you or Nana or literally anyone in my family, damn well they would be like, put that in your pocket. Like, it would have been like that.
You ain't asking nobody. Who give a fuck?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Exactly. And also if I was in Boston, it would be some type of shit like, girl, you better pocket that. Even though the cashier would be like, go ahead, grab it, you know? But this is a
Yes.
different setting and I'm with Taylor. Taylor's a very passive, introverted person. So all of the decision making is put on me. And I'm realizing in that moment my social anxiety is going crazy. So I cannot for the life of me get myself to keep this fucking $10. And so I know. I go up to the fucking cashier guy and I'm like, and he's like, I don't know. And he just grabs it and he puts it on the back counter. And I was like, we left and I was beating myself up so bad. Like I was going through all type of thought spirals like you're blocking your own blessings, like that's why, you don't attract this or whatever, because if you do attract it, you just give it away. Why would you do that? Like I'm beating up on myself about this thing.
Yeah.
And I just like get stuck in it. And also, like I said, I was already grumpy. I was already tired. So it was easier to get caught in all of the mind chatter. So whatever,
Yeah.
I'm stuck in it. And then, I try to get out of it, try to reaffirm myself. Nothing's really working. Whatever, I go to sleep. Days go by. This weekend, from Saturday to Sunday, I got a rover ping. For anyone who doesn't know, that's for like freelance dogs, pet sitting, pet boarding, stuff like that. And so I get a rover ping to board someone's kitten. She was a cat. She was an old lady. She was 7 years old. Her name was Socks. She was so fucking cute, first of all. The perfect cat. But anyways, I watch her. Day comes that her pet parent comes pick her back up, whatever. We're having rapport. We're going up the stairs to grab her litter box. And I see him doing something as he's talking. And he ends up handing me a $10 bill. And he was like, oh, I just wanted to like, tip you extra. Like, thank you. I really appreciate it for it being like last minute. And I was like, no, it's fine. And while I'm looking, everything felt like slow motion. And I'm looking at the $10 bill, and immediately I'm put back into the CBS where I see the $10. And I could feel like in my brain me starting to be like, no, it's okay. Like, you keep it. Like, I could feel that. And then another part of my brain is like, don't you dare. Another part of my brain was like, you better take that fucking money. And so I did. And as soon as he left, I started freaking out. Because I was like, oh my God. Because I realized it was the $10 from that day that had made its way back to me. Because Taylor kept saying that day, like, it'll come back. Like, it's fine, blah, blah, blah. It'll come back. It'll come back. And I was affirming that to myself, like, whatever. And I just don't know how to explain it, but I knew it in the pit of my being that it was that $10 that made its way back to me in like such a short period. And I was like, oh my God, I'm like, you gotta remember the universe got you. Like, you are that girl. Like, the universe got you. And that is my message to y'all. You are that person. The universe got you. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you could never repel what is actually for you. You could never say no to what is actually for you, because it will come back if it's actually for you. Clearly that $10 was for us, and I went ahead and I gave it back, and the universe said, silly rabbit, I'm gonna do this more personal next time. I'll make sure it goes straight to your hand, Bookie. So that's my reminder to y'all, like, you're abundant. What's for you is for you and will always be for you. No matter how many times you get in your own way, it doesn't matter, because the universe will just make it more clear. One thing about the universe is finna be heard, baby. It's finna be heard. In whatever direction that's going, for better, for worse, if it's yours, it's yours. Period. Period. So that's my story time about how we are
You
all.
got your $10 back. So shit. If it didn't come back in a full circle, I think I would have been mad. I'd be like,
Yo, I know. Immediately I was like, went to my altar. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hear you. Like, thank you, thank you. We when we ended up breaking the 10 to use it, I made sure to take one of the dollars from the 10 and give it to the altar. Like, I appreciate you. Like, y'all do your big one. Like, thank you. So, yeah. Then that, you know what? That's part of it too. Clock it, clock it. Always pay it forward. Always pay it forward. When it comes to you, always pay it forward. Forward. Because then it increases that good karma, increases your abundance. Yeah. But anyways, after all that is said, we are going to move into our topic today, and our topic is philosophy. So I follow this one account on Substacks, and they're called Philosophy Publics. And their whole thing is a fast growing community of passionate thinkers interested in existentialism, feminist theory, and more. We seek to make dense philosophical work more approachable, relevant, and fun. So that's their whole thing. And oftentimes they will Like, so on Substacks, anyone who doesn't know, you can have a chat for all of your subscribers, paid and unpaid, and they'll put in the chat like philosophical questions. I think it's weekly. I gotta look. Is this weekly? It doesn't look, it looks kind of random. I don't know if it's weekly, but we're up to 42 questions. So they've posted 42 philosophical questions that they open up to their community to kind of just discuss with each other. So I was thinking, how fun would it be to pick a couple of them and discuss amongst us and just like contemplate and be like, you know, great thing. I don't know. But there's 42. So you can pick any number from 1 to 42.
22.
Is this the one? Yes. Question number 22. This discovers that aesthetically organized communities are more prosperous and peaceful than any others. So we elect an all artist cohort to govern our community. Tim Gunn is now your city major. I think they meant to say mayor. What first measures do the artist rulers take? How might society be transformed? What might be different in a city ruled by artists? My thing is, who is Tim Gunn? Hold on.
Is that an actual person or is that just a random name?
No, it isn't an actual person. He's 71 years old. This man is an American author and academic and television personality. Was a chair of fashion design at school. Oh! Oh, wait. Okay. I get why they said him. He was on Project Runway. He was the host
Oh,
of Project
okay.
Runway. That white man with the glasses.
I was gonna say, the old white man with the glasses
Yep. So, oh, and
next to Heidi Klum.
of girl, yeah, I guess. I don't know. He was on Models of Runway too. Okay, I see why they chose him. Okay. Okay. So he's the city mayor. The question is, what first measures do the artist rulers take? How might society be transformed? What might be different in a city ruled by artists?
I'm thinking the first measure is that those that can't dress need to kind of get help. Like I feel like there used to be a show on TLC. Like they would go around and they'd be like worst dressed and they would kind of like redo your whole appearance and like you'd be done up looking better. So it's like an intervention. Like people who haven't hit the mark need an intervention.
Mm-hmm,
And they're gonna be like other little people, other artists going around to help them.
mm-hmm.
I think that has to be the first measure. Then I think having artists running or like a town that's filled with more artists, I think just like makes the world seem so less serious. Like it's not gonna be a utopia, but
Mm-hmm.
like I think it's just gonna be like beautiful. Like I think of like how they drawn up. I think they're like the electrical boxes that be out here in the city, like just like posted up in the fucking city,
Yeah.
and now they paint them so that they look beautiful. Like I'm thinking like the world's just gonna look beautiful. Like there's gonna be murals on the walls. There's everything's gonna be painted. Um, maybe I don't want to. Maybe we'll get along a little bit better. Maybe I don't know. Um, yeah, and then I think we'll only have a 3-day work week because the rest of the time we have to make art and we have to just kind of like chill.
Facts. Facts.
So
That
yeah.
is facts. I think it'll be different in the sense that like we'll be encouraged to be free thinkers a lot more. Like there will be no wrong answer. Like everything's like, yes, let's explore that. Like let's see how we can
Hmm.
make that true. Because like the whole thing with artistry is like you bring the ideas to life. That is what art is. You get an inspiration. You don't even need to explain it. Like artists are really good at spirituality. Like they're good at trusting that unknown, unseen mysticism of life and bringing it into the physical reality. So I think that will make us like more free thinkers. It'll be more free period, freedom of expression. Like we obviously will love the gays and the queers and the theys, like obviously, because like, and POC, BIPOC people, black people, because like that's the pinnacle of art. Let's be for real. Like let's be for real. You know what I mean? So like Yeah, and I mean, I don't think that it's not a utopia. Like, there's still gonna be naysayers, as there always will be. There's still gonna be people that feel like things should be done this way and expect some level of conformity and all of it, all of that BS. But I think for the most part, life will be improved. I think the first measures will be to like do away with all conformity, like especially like the whole dress right dress nature of the way neighborhoods look. Like they're gonna be like, no, it's freedom of expression. Like that whole like suburban every fucking house looks the goddamn same, all the lawns look the goddamn same, or even like in the cities, like it looks the fucking same. I think all of that will be thrown away. It'll be very much
Mm.
like this is your plot of land, do your big one. Like here's your way of showing us who you are with every piece of what you own. Um yeah, that's how I feel. It would be cute. I don't know that I would want him to be the city mayor. Like I feel like we could have chose someone different, but that's fine. That's fine. What would this? How would society be transformed? I feel like I covered that. What might be different? I feel like I covered that too. I mean, I feel like there's so much that I can't even that I can't think of in this moment. I think the possibility for transformation and expansion is endless and probably even more beautiful than I can think of.
Honestly, yeah,
I
I
really
would live there.
I would too. I would too. Also, it's worth saying the owner of this account, this Substack, is Mona Mona. That's their name. Um, and you guys should definitely follow them. They're really great. Everything they post is really great too. Okay, let's see. The next number. Do you want to keep picking the number or do you want me to pick up a number?
16.
16. Mm, hello? Did I miss him? Okay, I see 13. I see 14.
Yeah.
Mm. And then it jumps to 21.
They skipped it.
They skipped a lot though. Maybe it's not open to because like you can change your chat to who can see it, like if it's paid, unpaid subscribers, stuff like that. So maybe those ones were only for like their paid subscribers. Okay, pick a different number.
3.
If your mind consciousness could leave and exist outside of your body, where would it go and what would it do? Wow.
Can I go into other people's minds and bodies and see what it is to be in their mind and body and then return at night? I would
I
love
mean,
that.
it says boundless.
I
It
would love
doesn't.
that.
Why?
I just sometimes want to know, like, what is going through someone's mind, what it feels like to be like in their body. So like I can kind of like do an internal check scan and then I can return and be like, oh, so actually it sounds like you have this going on. Do you need help here? Like maybe we can tackle this together. Um, I have good intentions, but I'm just so curious. And
Interesting.
then I think if you're a sociopath or kind of batshit crazy, then maybe we need to send you somewhere too.
Interesting. Well, what is the intention though?
It just sounds cool. Like, I don't know. I don't think I have a real intention. I just kind of want to do it. Like, I remember reading this book when I was younger, and the guy was able to do that. Like, he would wake up in new bodies every day, but like, there was one body where he was like this dude, and he fell in love with the dude's girlfriend and wanted to stay in that body, and he couldn't. So he
Yeah.
was trying to find like a loophole so that he can just be this guy and like tell the girl like, I'm actually, I don't know, a soul, I guess, whatever he was. That's not what he was in the book, but whatever he was.
Mhm.
So yeah, I want to do that.
Interesting. If my mind consciousness could leave and exist outside of your body, where would it go and what would it do? I would want to explore different realms and dimensions if possible. If that's a thing, if that's for real, I would want to explore all the realms, all the dimensions. I want to know what's happening with the ghosts and the aliens. I don't know, whatever the fuck else. The parallel realities. I don't know. Who am I in a different parallel reality? Is she doing? Is she okay? Like, is that affecting who I am now in this reality? Like, Yeah, it would get real quantum physics in this bitch, real metaphysical in this hole. Uh, that's what I would do. What
I
would you
like
do?
that.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I would definitely
I'll
want
do
to know.
that too.
I don't know if that would make me. My only problem with that is like, how do you stop yourself from slipping into psychosis? Because then, how do you know? Like, at some point, that has to blur your definition of what's real. I don't know. I could see that fucking with my mind in a way that's not good. If I did it too much, or if there was no grounding, or no like, I don't know, some type of system in place.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like maybe you'll fuck up the timeline and like you're doing
That
shit
too.
that shouldn't have been happened. So I feel like you would end up causing like the end of the world. Like boom. Because you just fucked up so many timelines.
Facts, facts,
Like
facts, facts, facts. That could also be another problem. Maybe I just go
if
and be
only
super silent and don't touch anything. I just want to look. Also, would they know that I'm there?
that's what I'm
So many
saying. Like
questions.
especially because you're going through these other like dimensions and shit. Like I feel like I'm convinced they're more advanced than we are. I don't know. So
Maybe
I feel
some
like
of them. Maybe some of them for sure. But like, I don't know, cause like, let's say you do believe in spirits and ghosts, whatever. That would mean that they're here without us, like without most people being able to perceive them. So if I go, if my consciousness goes, my mind, my consciousness goes, maybe I could be in their realm, their dimension, without them being able to perceive me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, what's the next one? Whatever.
let's see. 37.
Jumping from the end of it to the top of it. Wait, this is 35? Okay. Well, 37 is not accessible to us. You have
Yeah, I
35. Would you like the next best one?
guess we'll do 35.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Imagine everyone in the world except you has taken a truth serum, compelling them to speak only the truth for 72 hours. How would you navigate this world where every interaction is marked by complete honesty from others, while you retain the ability to confabulate? What the fuck is confabulate?
I'll just confabulate. I've never heard of that word.
Probably fib. Engage in conversation. You could have just said that. Don't piss me off. While you retain the ability to engage in conversation. Is there a question you would want to ask of someone? So again, the question is, how would you navigate this world where every interaction is marked by complete honesty from others while you retain the ability to have conversation? Is there a question you would want to ask of someone? Those are your questions. Truth serum, only 72 hours. Everyone. Everyone in the world. Except you.
I don't know if I'm ready to have that conversation with anybody and everybody. I think I'd rather not have the ability to confabulate and engage in conversation. I don't know if I'm ready for that. That just gave me that just stressed me out, okay? To be so for real with you. To be so for real with you.
That's fair.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I think I gotta mentally be ready to just talk and to hear
Yeah.
the truth. Because like
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of people I talk to on a daily. I don't know if I'd be ready for certain things that be coming out of these people's mouths on a daily now. So then to just imagine that there's like nothing but the truth and only the truth coming out of their mouth. It sounds stressful. I don't think I want to know anything neither. Maybe with like certain individuals upon like certain things of like, how are you really doing? Are you
Mhm.
really okay? Like certain things
Mhm.
like that. That I think people kind of like shy away and don't even want to deal with them themselves.
Mhm.
But like, I don't know. I think I'd have to prepare myself for 2 days, right? 24? No, that's 3 days.
Yeah, 72 hours. Yeah, 3 days.
Yeah, that's 3 days of like, that's a lot.
Yeah. I'm on the
Yeah.
other end of the spectrum because I'm the type of person that's like, oh, if you could have a spirit or a spiritual, if you could have a superpower, what would it be? I want to read everyone's mind. So like, I would live my best life in this. I would absolutely, bro. There would be nothing I wouldn't ask motherfuckers. I'd ask the most personal questions because I know you got to tell me the truth. I know you can't lie to me, bitch. I'm like, tell me what you really feel. Remember that time when we did this, when we did that, and this had happened? Yeah, tell me what you was really thinking. Do you really like me, or do you hate me? Let me know right now. Yeah, that's what I thought. I already knew, bitch. That's what I already knew. I already knew. But I'm glad that you're affirming. Bro, I would hit up every goddamn ex. I would corner them in a room, and I'd make them tell me the shit that I've already fucking knew the answer to. Every person I've ever crossed paths with, you're not safe if that was the case. 72 hours, I wouldn't sleep. I'd be go, 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 go. I want to get all the information I need. That way a bitch could never gaslight me again. Oh my god, I would live my best life. Are you kidding? I'd jot it, not fuck jot it down. I'd bring a camcorder. I'd record that bitch. 72 hours pass. I'm like, try to lie to me again, bitch. This is the truth. This is the truth. I would ask everything. There would be nothing I wouldn't ask. There would be nothing I would not ask. I'd want to know the full truth, and I want to know the full truth and nothing but the truth now. Would I be able to handle it all the time? Probably not. Would I go through the craziest ego death of my life? Yes. Yes. Yes.
More than likely. Yeah.
Like all of the falsities, all of the niceties, all of the illusions would just shatter. It'd be great. If I could make that happen, I would. I live my best life. I
Maybe
probably
I.
never trust anyone ever again, though. I mean, I don't really trust
E-
people now, though. So it's not much different.
I was gonna say, yeah, this can either, you know, we're okay to like. There's no such thing as relationships whatsoever in any sort of aspect, because you never know what a motherfucker's about to say.
But I also think I have an ability to accept like the darkest parts of people that I actually want relationship with. So like there are a handful of people that I know I would go into it and be like, there's nothing you could tell me that would make me love you any less. And that's for only a handful of people because I'm also very selective about how who I let into my heart like that. But for the rest of the people, you're not in my heart in a certain way, so there could be nothing that you say that would shake me so much because I already probably most likely expect you to say that. I feel like I'm good enough at reading people that I don't know that there would be anything that would absolutely take me off. Like there are some people that I'm like I know some dark shit about you that I feel like you wouldn't like tell me the truth about unless I was in this circumstance. So
Mm.
like I don't think it would shake me in the way that like I wouldn't be able to maintain relationships. I do think it would shake me in the way that I would have to have an ego death. I do think it would definitely teach me the depths of my ability to love someone unconditionally. But yeah, other than that, I think I'd be living my best life for real. I think it's unethical though, if I had to be honest. I do think it's unethical. I think people are entitled to their privacy. Like I don't think I should be able to access every single thing of someone's mind. I think that's why we have free will or some amount of free will is because privacy is a birthright. But would I absolutely abuse that? Yes, I would. In those 7 I would. Absolutely. I'm so sorry, that's the truth.
Like, yes, it's unethical, but
But however,
I'm driving this bitch home. Like, if I get the chance, I'm knowing everything.
well, look, yay. Hey, at least everyone can sleep easy knowing that it won't ever happen. So, I won't be coming for you. Don't worry. But if I could, I would. Okay, one more. What's the last one?
What's my last one? Was
Pick
there
a
a
number
10?
we actually have. I don't
10?
know. Let me see.
I was like, I couldn't remember. I was like, I know the double digits got a little confusing.
Yeah, we do have a 10. It says, what do you think is the single most challenging aspect of being human right now? Oh, wow.
Living.
That's fair. That's fair. But I challenge that. I push back a little bit by saying that at any point in time, someone could say that. Like no matter where we were in history or whatever. So other than that,
I think outside of circumstances that we as humans get fortunately enough to live in, whether good or bad, these are the circumstances that are out of our control. But I think just as a human within itself, one of the challenges I think is I feel like your mind sometimes I think seems like a challenge. One, I don't think you don't have the control over it, which most of us don't. I think most of us kind of just like minds wandering, we're existing in the thoughts, or we can spiral down many different things. But I also think like there's good and bad to that, you know? Because like it's good that like we can think about the future, we can think about the past, like we can think about all these possibilities of like what exists out there beyond our knowing. Great, amazing. I also think like that has its limitations or like there presents limits within it because it's like it can just spread so like far south that like you just are paralyzed in like your mind, you know? So I
Mhm.
don't know. I guess like maybe that is a challenge within itself, is like the mind, because it just can go, you know, either end. Um, so yeah, maybe that's a challenge.
I agree. I agree. I do think that the mind is a beautiful tool, but also one of the most challenging aspects of being human. I agree that. I would agree with that. But to give something different, I think the most challenging aspect of being a human right now is our wiring for convenience. Because, like, hunter gathering phase, like, you needed to preserve your energy wherever you could because you'd be using all of your energy every goddamn day. So, if you got something that was a little bit easier, you would take it because that meant
Hmm.
greater survival because you would reserve energy for something else that you had to do. We're not in that anymore. But our biology, our neurology hasn't, like, evolved to the point, it hasn't evolved enough to match what our society looks like now, what our day to day looks like now. So like we still have that wiring to choose convenience. Some scientists will call it like, our wiring to be lazy, like how we're wired to be lazy, but
Mm.
it's really just wiring to choose convenience. My thing is like we don't need that anymore. Now we need to choose inconvenience more because now we're taking away from the full beauty of being human by choosing all of these conveniences like having DoorDash, being able to get your groceries delivered, Ubers, Lyfts, whatever. Before we leaned on community, we leaned on those little interactions we had, social interactions. We're social beings. We need social interactions. We need community. We need to be in society with people. But now we've made it so easy to be hermit, to be isolated, to be self-involved, and to only have people around us that give us back the ideas that we ourselves would come up with. Like, we've made it so easy to be stuck within ourselves because everything's convenient now. Everything's fucking convenient, and they just keep trying to make it more convenient. So I think that's probably the most challenging part about being human because that takes away from our resilience, our resolve. That takes away from our ability to have an idea and bring it into fruition because that takes a while. That's not convenient. That's delayed gratification. But now we're so used to instant gratification. So I think that mismatch in the wiring of what used to be of our highest good and how it's actually our probably biggest hindrance right now. I think that's the most challenging aspect, especially when you think about like the changes that we have to make on a societal level, on a cultural level. Like that's gonna take a lot of fucking inconvenience. It's like a lot of discomfort. And unfortunately, we're in a place where we're not really the best at handling that right now. So I would say that for sure. Yeah.
I agree. Oh, silly humans.
Oh, silly goose.
Here
Yeah, bro.
goes.
Listen, y'all should definitely go follow Philosophy Publics, Mona Mona, on Substacks. Really great stuff. And they always have these, like, always have these questions. Like, you can go in and check out what other people's thoughts are, see who you vibe with. Engaging with community like this is how I've gotten followers that I don't know in real life. Stuff like that. So it just gives you another reach of community. And just like we need to always be working our brain, work that critical thinking and stuff like that. So this is a great way to do that also. So I hope you guys check them out. Good. It's great. It's great over here. Great vibes. Great vibes.
You've been loving the Substacks, huh?
I've been
Yeah.
loving this stuff. I'm eating it up. It's so good. I'm eating that shit up. Yeah. But yeah, and while you're at it, go ahead, follow your girl, you know what I mean? Also, our podcast is available on Substacks, so just another incentive if you don't want to use YouTube or Spotify for whatever reason. YouTube has ads. Spotify, you have to pay for the membership. Guess what? Substacks, no ads, no paying, just there. And you can follow us while you're there. So there's that. Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes. Oh, another update while we're here. You want to tell them about our affinity group?
Oh, I'll be the bearer of the bad news.
Yes, yes, please.
Um, our affinity group is no longer happening.
Mhm.
Yes, we did share that it will be happening, our last one, or what was intended to be the last one, the 27th, but trusting in the vibes we're getting and what we've been experiencing, we are choosing to kind of stay true to ourselves, I think, at the end of the day, and just say that this is no longer aligning with us. We hope to be able to offer this in person or fully remote, whatever it may be, at another venue, whatever the near future has for us. But as of right now, it is something we're putting on pause so that we can continue to show up and be our truest selves and feel like we're really kind of building a community at the end of the day. But it's been a pleasure and honor of like meeting individuals that we were able to connect with and like see in person or like remote. So like a big thanks again if like anyone's tuning in that was there. But it was truly an experience and I'm grateful for it. So and I hope in the near future there's something we get to do again.
Yeah,
So
and if you, for whatever reason you couldn't join us and you want us to have affinity groups, definitely let us know because knowing that there's a demand for it definitely gives more of a push to make it happen again. Let us know. Comment below.
yeah.
Yeah. We hope to see you in 2 weeks at the next one. Love you.
That gives you
Comment
enough
something
time to catch
below.
up on episodes.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
Bye.